Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us today. The cool thing about digital advertising today is that location doesn't really make much of a difference to how effective you are at your job. So we have with us today Micky Mereu, who is the founder of Midsummer, an agency from Italy. And they're going to share something super cool that they put together for one of their clients in the US. So, Micky, tell us a little bit more about yourself, what you guys do.
Sure, sure. Thanks, Ashwin, and thanks, Optmyzr, for having me today. It's always a pleasure. So, I'm in the industry since 2009. As you said, I work for Midsummer Agency. We are a performance advertising agency powered by the sun, which basically means that, as you said, we work with international clients, e-com, mostly international brands from the sunny island of Sardinia, right in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, which means like 2,000 sandy beaches, 300 sunny days a year. So it's a lovely place to stay. I've been working for large brands in the past, like Lego, L'Oreal, but I truly believe that working with smaller and see them grow is way more exciting, especially from an operational point of view and the tactics you can use. From financial perspective, maybe larger clients are better. I'm also one of the top 10 tallest digital marketers in the world. I'm very proud of this. And a free diver and spearfisher. I can hold my breath like 5 minutes in case you want to
Oh,
test
wow.
this after our recording session.
That's super cool. Yeah, it must have been nice to be writing out all of the challenges of the last few years with 300 days of sun every year.
Yeah, that,
Um,
that definitely helps.
yeah, cool. All right, so before we go in, full disclosure, Mickey and his team are Optmyzr subscribers, and there is a role for Optmyzr in the solution that they've put together. But I'm going to let Mickey get us started with talking about um, tell us a little bit about the client that you're working for, what it is that they had a problem with, and what you needed to solve for.
Yeah, yeah, sounds great. So can you see my screen okay?
There we go.
Awesome. So we talked about me already. Just to give you a little bit of a background of the client and the challenge that we had to face. We are talking about a US e-commerce that sells decks, outdoor design furniture, like accessories, so lighting, railing, everything you need to build a deck. Um, they sell nationwide, meaning a lot of complexity, a lot of data to analyze, especially because they were investing about $150,000 per month. So there is some interesting numbers that we could analyze. And seasonality was important to them because of the nature of the product. Obviously, like you won't build a deck, outdoor deck in Minnesota in January, probably, right? So we knew there was this sort of seasonality thing happening, but we wanted to back this with data. And so in order to confirm that hypothesis, we need to analyze the numbers and see what was in there. uh, the biggest challenge so was, is there really a performance difference? There is a pattern between northern and southern states during the winter season, because we got some input from the client. We could kind of see that happening in the campaigns, but we never really conducted a deeper location analysis. So this was the main goal to us. First of all, having a tool, a report that could show us at a glance how was performance between the different states in different time range, and segmenting by different campaign types, and see if there was a clear pattern that could confirm our thesis, and so that could help us adjust the strategy accordingly. So this was basically the problem we need to solve with the client. We got their input, but we wanted to back this with data. And we try to do this first within the Google Ads interface. So there's a lot of information in there, but unfortunately, at least for what I know, there's no map visualization. So in our idea, we wanted to have a clear view of north, south of the US and how that was performing, right? And within the location settings, you cannot see any real data. You can just see like the map of the US and what are the target states and the excluded states, so no more than that. Same for the reporting feature they've built in. The only data we could get was the location distance. So we got a list of states with all the metrics in a table, which is fine. I mean, we could have got the same information in there, but it wasn't as easy to view and analyze like a heat map sort of thing. So basically, we tried to create this report in the interface, but that was not possible, or at least we couldn't get that. And after like 3 minutes of trying, we just aborted. So we skipped to the next tool. The second tool that we tried to use was the Google Analytics reporting. So obviously, GA is great, right? There are a lot of visualization types. But if you go within the acquisition and Google Ads reporting, that is the built-in feature for Google Ads data, there's no way to have a map, an actual map of the location you are targeting, to visualize there and analyze different metrics. The only tool that is showing a heat map was this that I'm showing right now. So if you go under the audience, geo and location, you got this amazing map of the regions or the states that you are getting traffic from. And here we try to build a report that was helpful to us. So in order to visualize just the Google Ads data, we first had to create a segment to filter out only Google Ads data and traffic. But then when we tried to change the metrics, so in this slide you can see there was sessions, and we wanted to check like clicks, costs, ROAS, so all Google Ads relevant metrics. That was not possible because this report just worked for the general overall website metrics like sessions, users, conversion rate, transactions, which is okay. I mean, obviously you could get an idea, but without the cost and other relevant metrics, obviously we couldn't complete our analysis. And again, I guess you cannot. Maybe there is a solution that I just don't know, but that was the result we got. And so it's amazing to analyze other metrics, but not for what we needed at that time. And so from start to finish, so setting up all the different reports, we tried a custom metric, a custom report, but we couldn't get there. We spent approximately 24 minutes time within the tool without having a proper solution. And we track that actually with a tool that counts the time you spend in each activity. So that's super precise. Third attempt, we went into Google Data Studio. So we love Google Data Studio. It's an amazing tool for data visualization. It's free, so why not? Initially, we tried to build the report using Google Analytics as a data source, but with that we ended up having the same issues as before. So you cannot get the same, you cannot get the Google Ads data in a map widget. So we aborted after 5 minutes and we started from scratch using Google Ads as a data source. So we injected Google Ads data, we created a map widget, we added all those fancy drop-down campaign, device, and other advertising channel type filters to help us kind of see the performance from a different angle. And we kind of get there, like we had exactly the data we needed. It was great. The only big thing was that, as you can see here, when you need to change the metric you want to visualize, you have to go to the edit view, click on the widget, click on the data control panel and change the metric in there. So it was a bit complex, and then get back to the view mode. It was a bit complex because you could only visualize one metric at a time, and switching between different metrics took quite some time to do, right? So it wasn't super. Obviously, again, the data was there and we could do that. It was just about not super handy to when it comes to switch metrics and visualize and compare multiple metrics with a couple of clicks. So again, even here from start to finish, building the dashboard from scratch, connecting the data, filtering, blah, 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 it took us approximately 12 minutes to complete. And finally, we already used Optmyzr for other type of analysis, but we never really tested at that time the Geoheatmap tools, which is sitting within the Insights tab. And when we jumped into that tool, basically that was it. That was exactly what we needed. We had everything in a single place. We got the campaign filter, device filter, date range selector. We could switch metrics and visualize them with 2 clicks, literally. So that was super easy because we managed to analyze the different how different metrics behave in the different states in the winter season. So we switch between clicks, cost, and ROAS conversions. And that was super fast because from login to multiple analyzing multiple segments, it took us approximately 6 minutes to complete. So again, Data Studio, we got exactly the same data. It was just some limitation, especially when it comes to switching between metrics. And then, sometimes it's a bit slow loading, or it breaks some data sometimes. And with this heat mapping and Optmyzr, it was really, really handy. And finally, what we did analyze and what we found in the data was that there was an actual clear pattern. In this highlighted version of the map, we could see how the southern state had a tremendous ROAS compared to the rest. So here we were visualizing the return on ad spend. That was the metric we focused at that time. From clicks and traffic and conversion rates perspective, there were not a clear pattern. What we ROAS, it was super clear that the southern states were performing really, really well. So basically, that was it. We hit our goals. We solved our problem. After analyzing that data, we were able to adjust our strategy. So basically, the majority of the performance for this client was coming from a dynamic search ads campaign that were working even better than shopping because of the nature of the product again. And so we had a huge dynamic search ad campaign targeting the entire US. That after this, basically we split out and we created 2 campaigns. One was just for the southern states and the other was for everything else. And we managed to maximize the conversion volumes and the sales while hitting the same target return on ad spend. We couldn't do that before because by having all the states sitting in the same campaign, basically the bidding strategy was a little bit capping the performance on those states. After doing that, it was amazing. We could maximize the volumes and keeping the same return on ad spend. And that was it. Client was happy. We found a solution that was super cool. So we could, in the future, we continue to do more analysis like that with other clients by using the same tool, and it's becoming like a super important strategy to move forward with the campaigns, both on the DSA and the shopping campaign types, basically. So yeah, that was it pretty much.
Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, it's a beautiful example of when an agency that really understands their craft and what they're trying to help a business achieve has the right technology. And the US is such a huge country, so much variation in terms of like weather and annual climate, cultural differences and stuff like that. Treating it like one big market very rarely works for any product. And I'm a huge I find it fascinating because I do some woodworking myself. So I know like how deep the variation can go. Like even more humid states, there are certain types of wood that don't react very well to humidity. So like there's so many things that you can analyze. I think it's brilliant the way you guys approached it. And if my math is right, 45 minutes for you guys to from start to finish, to quickly identify, yes, these things are not working, and then find something that does. So you guys did a brilliant job. It's a fantastic testament to what Midsummer does.
Yeah, thank you. Like if we put this together because before having this to you guys, we had an internal session just to showcase how actually the tools we already have can solve some problems that we haven't thought about before. And like if we want to compare, definitely Google Ads and Google Analytics are great tools. You have everything built in, but sometimes it's not exactly what you need. You cannot see the same angle as by using third-party tools. Google Ads Analytics, obviously with the Geoheatmap report, are not super helpful. Super easy to use, of course, as opposed to Data Studio, which on the other hand, it's an amazing visualization tool. But then when it comes to going deeper and the ease of use is not, our choice. In terms of time spent, obviously, yeah, you said that already. It was huge difference. The second best option took us double the amount of time to complete. Obviously, once you create a report on Data Studio, you can use that again and again, but we prefer to have a centralized kind of infrastructure in order to have all the optimization and analysis capabilities in one place. And yeah, you guys are doing a great job there, so thanks to you actually.
Thank you. I mean, we're so happy that we were able to play a role. And now you guys have, and your client, of course, has the kind of information you need to go back to Google and say, all right, these are the states that give us the best ROAS. So let's build according to that. I think that's fantastic. Anything else that you want to tell us about the campaign?
I can tell you, like, one of the next steps we want to test is to even with the search campaigns to serve like specific products, seasonal products to the southern states in a specific time of the year. Like this is very common to do with shopping. You just label the products and you serve one or the other according to the seasonality. But with search and with an extra layer of the geo location, that's something we haven't saw and tested yet, so it's something we'll definitely go through and see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing this with us, Micky. So if anybody's interested in getting in touch with Micky to learn from him and his team, or to even work with them, why don't you tell us a bit about how people can find you?
Yeah, obviously LinkedIn, you can find me there with Micky Mereu. There is actually a funny story. There is a guy who has my same name, lives in my same city. He does marketing and is stealing all my leads, all my contacts. So I had to rebrand into Micky. So this is me, this is my face, and the same login. Or you can just drop me an email, and I'll be happy to share more details, or get in touch for anything PPC. I'm more than happy to have conversation around that.
Awesome. Well, if you guys want to get in touch with Micky, check the video description. We'll have the contact information for the right Micky in there, so you guys don't have to go and meet his doppelganger instead.
Fantastic.
All right. Cool. Thank you so much for making time to speak to us today, Micky, and we really appreciate you sharing all of this information with us.
Thanks to you guys.
All right. Take care. Thank
Ciao.
you.
Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.